I began to notice that after the pandemic, we all were changed, and we all were changed permanently. You know, I can't speak for everybody, but to me, the isolation was just really healing for me. It was really the wearing of the mask kind of messed up my mind. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a situation where I think it was the first time in my life where I had a panic attack, and I was working in a hospital at the time, and when you leave the house, you had to have your mask on. When I jumped on the bus to go to work, you had to keep your mask on. When you entered the building, you had to have a mask. If you didn't have a mask, the person at the front door made you put on a mask. So I'm literally wearing this mask all day. And I remember some of the people were saying that what you're doing is you are depriving yourself of oxygen, right? You are not all oxygen, but a significant portion that you're breathing through that mask. It's like this is what you're doing. And I remember one day on the job, I was walking around, and then I stopped and I started breathing really hard. I didn't know what was going on. And then I was like, and people were like, "Are you okay? You okay?" I said, "I need a minute. I need a minute. I don't know what's going on." And this nurse said, "You're just having a panic attack. Just rest on the wall for a little bit. I'll stand here with you." And that was it. It went away, and I went across. I went on with my day, and it was that was the only thing that happened to me. But otherwise, it was doable. For me, it was doable. It was just like, you come home, you turn on your video game, you got your drink, and you go into that world, or I read more, or whatever. I learn new things, whatever. And so I came through it. And just this recently, it was kind of like a mini pandemic all over again, because with this recent heat wave, all I could do was go to work and go home. It was just too hot to go anywhere. And I felt sick. I was telling my friend, I think I had a heat stroke, because I felt tired all the time. I felt sick. My sleep was off. It was too damn hot. You know what I'm saying? It was too damn hot. And finally, we seem to have a nice little cool phase, but I'm still tired. It's going to take me time to get over this, because I think this heat spell went on for a month, man. It was like, and not only that, my job, for some strange reason, the heat was off a lot during the day. And we were complaining, and maintenance would come, and they would give all these excuses. And it was like, would you fucking fix it, man? You cannot be in a modern day office building and there's no AC. We were dying. We were dying, man. It was, so anyway, there are a couple of people that I've known over the years. In particular, this one female, and she used to be my coworker, and we used to talk here and there on the phone. She was a really cool person. But I remember our last conversation, which I think was around the pandemic, where she told me that all of this is just destroyed her, and she's never going to be right again, and she's like, don't ever call me ever again. And I was like, okay. And that was the last conversation we had, because she had some issues. She had some family trauma. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, she's coming to my job now every other day. And she totally is acting like she doesn't know me. And not only that, she walks around like she has blinders. Like she comes in, she signs in on a computer and she goes straight to the computer. She don't make eye contact with nobody. She don't talk to nobody. She doesn't look at anybody in the face. She prints out what she prints out, and just like a mouse, she travels along the edges. She looks on the floor. She doesn't make any eye contact with anybody. Like she's gone. She's gone. You know what I'm saying? And just this recently, she's hanging out with a man that's literally doing the same thing. I don't know if that's her boyfriend or whatever, but she's gone. And there's another young woman that I used to work with, her mother, and it's the same thing. But her situation is, it's just the drug abuse. She's gone. She doesn't talk to anybody. Anybody that she has grown up with, she doesn't talk to anybody. She's always high. I'm surprised she's not gone by now. She looks horrible. She's only like 32 years old, and she just looks like death warmed over. She drives too. So, and I stopped talking to her because she doesn't talk to anybody. I wondered, does she talk to her parents? Probably not. And she has kids, and that makes it, I always see the kids in the car, and I say to myself, like, her mother in particular has to call. I don't know if you can do this in New York State, but she literally has to get um like a psychiatric hold, because she's driving around with them kids in the car, and you could look at her and tell she's on opioids. You can tell. I'm surprised she hasn't crashed. I mean, same thing. She never makes eye contact wherever she goes. She just looks on the floor. She looks on the corner of her eye. She don't talk to nobody. She don't really even. It's just weird. Like she's gone. The person that she used to be is no longer there. I think that this pandemic has destroyed a lot of people. I really do. I think that there are those of us that we became strong behind this, and there are those of us that are gone. That it's over for them. They have lost their mind. They have lost their body. They have lost their spirit. It's almost like invasion of the body snatchers. That person that used to be is gone. I see it, and I'm talking about particular women. Women. That's the main people that I see. Like they are no longer happy. There's no more joy. There's no more talking. They don't acknowledge anybody that they've went to work with. Some of these people, they don't acknowledge their own family, because I talked to some of their families. They're like, no, this female cut off her whole entire family. I'm like, this is what I keep seeing. Like I don't really. I'm telling you, it was a real kind of like a spiritual thing when I saw the invasion of the body snatchers. I think that that's a real deep spiritual movie. It really is, on so many levels. I there is YouTube videos that actually talk about it. I didn't get a chance to see one where the guy said that Invasion of the Body Snatchers has a deeper hidden meaning, and it does. I think that I see a lot of people that I used to know, people who used to be happy, fun, go loving people, and there's nothing in there anymore. I'm dead serious. I'm not saying that they have literally been replaced by an alien entity. That's not what I'm saying, but the person that used to be there is gone. I see these people, there's no more emotion. They don't respond to people. Wherever they go in and they go out. And in particular, there's a lot of black women who've been getting worse in this regard. Every time I go places, a lot of them, they do the same thing. They don't look at nobody. If they're shopping, they're just looking on the floor. They're looking off to the side. They don't make eye contact with nobody. They don't speak to nobody. Not that I'm looking for it. I'm not. Or if they notice me from the job and I'm shopping, they might speak to me one day when I'm in the supermarket. If they see me in the supermarket the next day, I'll say hi. And then they'll just look at me and act like they don't know me. Like a lot of women are gone. This this whole thing. I wonder, are psychiatrists and other people studying the effects of this pandemic, how it's just made a lot of people, for lack of a better word, they're dead. They're gone. The person that they used to be is gone. There's no more emotion. There's no joy. They are no longer inside there anymore. It's the truth. They're no longer inside there anymore. That's all I wanted to say about that. And it's kind of scary to me because I wanted to do some of you notice this, There's a lot of, in particular, women. I haven't really noticed a lot of men. There's a lot of men that I've worked with, and they still seem okay. They still seem like they're doing good. I see a lot of men that I've known for years, and they're doing good. They're happy. They're smiling. But the black women, large numbers of them are. There's nothing inside there anymore, and it's just kind of scary. It really is.